Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to look at introduction to cell signaling. And then when we talk of cell signaling, it's a complex communication process that allows cells to respond to external cues and coordinate their activities. And then the first thing we're going to talk about is the signal transduction. So signal transduction refers to the sequence of reactions in the target cell upon binding of a ligand to the receptor, leading to a change in cellular function. So this is, let's take for instance this diagram. This is our receptor here in red color, and then our ligands here in blue color. So when these ligands come to bind to this receptor, it causes a change in the intracellular part of the receptor, which will cause a change in the cellular function or the cell function. And then we have three stages of signal transduction. The first stage is what we call the reception. The first stage is called reception. And then in this stage, this is our diagram. This is our cell membrane with the receptor and then the ligands. And then the ligands, we have different types of ligands. We have the hydrophilic ligands, which are the peptide hormones such as insulin. With this type of ligands, they are found on the cell surface, and then because of their nature they can't pass through the cell membrane, so they are found on the cell surface. And then their receptors are also found on the cell surface. So these are called hydrophilic ligand, those that cannot cross or pass through the cell membrane. And then we also have what we call the hydrophobic ligands. These are made up of phospholipids, and then they can pass through the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. So because of that, their receptors are found inside the cell or inside the cytosol, because they can pass through the the cell membrane. And then example of these ones are the um, steroid hormones, which includes the estrogen. So example of these ligands are the estrogen. So the whole thing about reception is that a ligand will come and then bind to the receptor, which will cause a change in the intracellular part of the receptor, leading to the change in the cellular function. Now, the second stage of signal transduction is what we call the transduction. So, the activated part of the receptor in the intracellular membrane is followed by many signaling molecule activation inside the cell, and this is done by phosphorylation, by the addition of a phosphate by the enzyme kinase. So, the signal is transmitted further with the help of the intermediate molecules known as second messengers. So the signal coming from the external part of the cell or the extracellular part of the receptor is transferred into the intracellular part of the receptor, and then it is transferred further by the help of intermediate molecules known as second messengers. So these second messengers, some of them include, let me write them down: CA, MP, inositol. We have another one also known as calcium, calcium ions, and then we have triphosphate, and then we have tri diacyl glycerol. So these are the second messengers. These are some of the second messengers that will help transmit the signals further to the target molecule. And then they will transmit this signal to the target molecule, And then these second messengers are short-lived intracellular molecules that will help amplify and then relay the signals that is received from the receptor to the target molecule. So when we talk of signal transduction, this refers to the sequential activation of molecules along with second messengers involved in transmission of signals from the receptor to the target molecules. So this is our the transmission from the receptor to the target molecules. So these are the second messengers. The second messengers, they will receive the signal and then transmit it to the target molecule. So the target molecule is found somewhere here where the arrow is pointing. So the target molecule is found somewhere there. Now, the third stage of signal transduction is what we call the cellular response. The cellular response. So in this stage, the signal that is transmitted by the second messengers is now transmitted to the target molecule. And then the target molecule is often a transcription factor. It's often a transcription factor. And then it's a protein that is directly bind to the DNA and activate gene expression and then causing transcription. And then this is the target molecule here in color red. And then so this is followed by translation to form a protein or an mRNA. It's followed by a translation to form a protein or an mRNA. So when we talk of cellular response is often the activation of a gene leading to the expressions involved in cellular response like cell growth, cell division, or cell differentiation. And then it may also be the production of hormones or suppression of a gene, or can also lead to change in cellular function. So, in summary, today we talked about cell signaling, and we said it's a complex communication process that allows cells to respond to external cues and then coordinate their activities. And then we also said signal transduction refers to the sequence of reaction in the target cell upon the binding of a ligand to the receptor, which leads to a change in the cellular function. And we said we have three stages of signal transduction. The first one is what we call the reception, the second one is called transduction, and then the third one is what we call the cellular response. Thank you for watching. Please like our video, subscribe, comment and in this comment section, and then press the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload a new